Welcome, Creatrix. Today we are going to talk about the Creatrix wound. We're going to talk about healing the Creatrix wound. For centuries, it hasn't felt safe for the Creatrix to declare their power, and this is because they've feared being punished. Women and men who've burned with a desire to create have also been burned as a punishment for their power. From witch hunts all the way through to social media cancel culture, we've seen this narrative played out. Living with the Creatrix wound means more than just a fear of punishment. It means having learnt to stay safe by staying small and quiet. And even as I've shared this idea with others, I've experienced my throat closing with fear. I've experienced shame for not being a real expert. I've experienced a sense of danger and a fear of being called out. And that danger says, get back in your box, like it has done to so many Creatrix before me. One of the most heartbreaking things that I regularly hear is, my parents didn't want me to be an artist. There's a false belief that artists, creatrixes, can't possibly make money from what we do. And so because society attaches so much importance to money as a symbol of status, because we attach so much of our identity to how much money we hold, we have a tendency to shame ourselves. And that can manifest in shaming ourselves for creating, shaming ourselves for creating for the sake of creating, shaming ourselves for asking for money for what we create. Maybe you've experienced that shame around your creativity. Maybe you've experienced that shame in relation to desiring money in return for your art. Perhaps somebody's made you feel that because you enjoy the work, it should be free or very affordable or available to everyone. I wonder if you've ever felt the vulnerability of creating something and then asking for an exchange of value for that piece. I wonder if you've ever felt afraid of showing the work to others, if you've ever felt that shadow of shame fall over you even before you see the reaction to the work. This is the Creatrix wound. Do you recognize it? Is my question. Do you recognize it in yourself? Do you recognize the mirror that others hold up to you when they say, that's a waste of time? Why are you spending time and money doing that? Maybe you ought to get a proper job. So many times I hear Creatrix say, my partner thinks my art is a waste of time, or my children think my art is just a hobby or a waste of time. So sometimes we feel that if we choose to create, we are neglecting someone or something, that people will feel let down, that jobs will go undone, that chores will be neglected. And there's a voice that screams at us, like it's screaming at us right from the bowels of history, that says the house will fall down if you spend time on your creative work. So when I talk about the Creatrix wound, I'm talking about what holds us back, not just from having more, but from being more, from being who we really are. The Creatrix wound holds us back from starting the work. It holds us back from finishing the work. It holds us back from sharing the work. It holds us back from declaring the work. It holds us back from declaring our worth, from selling the work for what we know it's worth. To live with the Creatrix wound as we do and create impactful work is possible. And it's possible to make yourself available for an awakening. This doesn't have to be a huge monolith journey where you experience a thunderbolt clap of finding yourself. It starts with everyday awareness. And so I invite you to notice wherever the Creatrix wound is alive in you, right now, and to use the following journaling prompts to get you started in your awareness. And after you've written these down, come into the group and share so that I can support you to celebrate the awareness that you have around these blocks. So these are the questions that I would like you to answer. Where do you notice the Creatrix wound showing up for you in your everyday life? What's your earliest memory of experiencing being shamed around your creativity? And what are you willing to let go of to move through this? Don't forget to come into the group and share, because when you share, not only does it show me that you are engaged in the work, it really enables me to support you. And what I know to be true is when we declare our truth, when we write it down, when we speak it in a video or anything like that, it settles. It settles within us. Our truth settles within us, and we are able to really own it. And that's how we begin to work through it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing and hearing your responses in the group.